Good morning, El Paso weekend.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this Sunday morning. I'm Josie Ortegon. Let's get right to our top story this morning. Developing now, one man is in the hospital after being stabbed at a central El Paso bar. Police say it happened just after 1 o'clock this morning at Rumor Sports Club located at 3317 Dyer. That's in central El Paso. Limited details at this time. Police tell us one person was injured and was taken to UMC with serious injuries. No arrests have been made at the time. As soon as more information becomes available, we'll let you know on air and online at KVIA.com. And let's talk storm track weather now. Storm tracker Dan Martinez is here with your first forecast. Hi, Dan. Good morning.
Good morning, Josie. Temperatures have been pretty chilly so far this morning. They've been ranging from the 20s to the 30s here in the borderland. We're expecting another nice day, though. Take a look right now what we have with our current temperature map. And you notice here, 36 right now for the El Paso area, 35 for Las Cruces. And right now we seem to have gone out of the 20s finally. This morning, 32 right now for Ruidoso and Alamogordo. I want to show you clouds and radar, though. You notice here we have a clear weather pattern over El Paso, stretching all the way to Phoenix. They're going to get some light clouds moving through, but nothing to bring rain whatsoever to the area. We're going to stay pretty quiet, nice and warm, like I mentioned, and you'll see that here on your day planner forecast. Sunny skies, 55 degrees at noon, 61 by 2 p.m., and then by 5 we'll be talking about a temperature around 58 degrees. So not too bad of a weekend overall, and tomorrow we're still expecting a few degrees warmer. We'll be talking about that coming up in just a little bit. Josie?
Okay, thank you, Dan. 2 people are in the hospital after a rollover crash in northeast El Paso yesterday. The northbound lanes on US 54 between Dyer and Ellerthorpe were closed due to the crash. It happened just after 9 o'clock. A truck and a small 4-door car crashed, causing both of the vehicles to roll over. This is video from the Texas traffic cams at the time of the crash. Police tell us 2 people were in very serious condition and were taken to area hospitals. No other details were released, but we will keep you updated on air and online as soon as more information becomes available. Turning now to the latest on the inmate bus crash that killed 10 people earlier this week. As we reported, the bus was on its way to El Paso. The state of Texas has agreed to pay for funeral expenses for the 2 guards and 8 inmates. They were killed when the bus slid off an icy interstate and hit a moving freight train. State law provides up to $6,000 for employees killed in the line of duty, and Texas will also pay for the funerals of the 8 inmates. Meanwhile, investigators are still searching for clues in the cause of the crash. Officials say they may never know what happened. The NTSB says there were no black boxes on the vehicle and did not officially determine that weather was the causing factor. The shooting at El Paso's VA clinic is bringing attention to VA clinics nationwide. Now the VA police are speaking out on unaddressed problems. An article in the Washington Post reported VA police officials have been quoted saying safety and security have experienced systematic problems for years. VA police also say the issue has become more serious in recent months after veterans started finding out that the VA was lying about patient wait times. Media reports show a laundry list of shootings and violent incidents across the nation, and not just between veterans and staff, but sometimes violence has been committed by employees as well. Former Chief of Police of Cheyenne released this statement to the Washington Post saying, quote, "We're dealing with a population of veterans that suffer from assorted health issues, including PTSD. Sometimes they have drug and alcohol problems, and when they feel they get more disgruntled. The VA is ripe for a mass killing, but no one is listening to us," end quote. Officials at the VA clinic are now saying they will be addressing staffing shortages, standardized security, and monitoring stations. They say they'll begin ramping up security across the nation, and that's expected to begin in 2015. Overseas now to more arrests and anti-terror sweeps across Europe. Police in Greece busting 2 suspects with countries on high alert. ABC's Alex Marcotte has the late-breaking developments from Brussels.
From country to country across Europe this morning, the dragnet of potential terrorists growing amid fears of more attacks. Just last night, 2 more suspects arrested in Athens, Greece, bringing the total to almost 3 dozen people detained across Europe in the past 72 hours. Belgian media reporting authorities are looking for the 27-year-old Belgian who was in Syria with ISIS, now possibly in Greece. He's allegedly the mastermind behind the cell in Belgium planning to kill police officers, raided just hours before the attack was launched. The crackdown coming as security is beefed up across the continent. France, after the Paris attacks, at its highest alert level. 120,000 police and soldiers in the streets. Here in Belgium, heavily armed troops patrolling for the first time in 3 decades. These Belgian soldiers have been deployed with machine guns to stand guard at sensitive sites like government buildings and embassies. This is the American one. Officials here in Belgium fearing it could be a target. In the UK, the threat against police raised to severe, the highest ever, meaning an attack is highly likely. And in Germany, extra police at transportation hubs. Also under threat, Europe's Jewish communities.
I think the threat is serious because they are a target we know terrorists like. They need to be protected.
In Paris, we saw police evacuate congregants from a synagogue.
Do you feel that the Jewish community is being targeted now?
Of course, yes.
The questions now are how many more sleeper cells are out there, and can European authorities, who are working closely with American intelligence, track them down before another attack happens? Alex Marquardt, ABC News, Brussels.
Moving on a much lighter note, a big congratulations to the UTEP Miners basketball team as they took on UTSA on the road yesterday. The Miners took on the Roadrunners at the Convocation Center in San Antonio for conference play. So far, the boys are undefeated on the road, and yesterday proved no different. UTEP wins again on the road, 73-55. Now 12-4 and 4-1 in conference play. And of course, we'll have all the highlights for you later in sports. A huge day for football fans. Super Bowl Sunday now just 2 weeks away. And on Championship Sunday, that means there's tons of trash talking going on right now. ABC's Sarah Hines has more.
Go, Pack, go!
This morning, team spirit is heating up. The excitement felt across the country. Costumes, baked goods, and those dedicated fans lining up to watch which team makes it to the end zone and into the Super Bowl. Starting off, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers traveling nearly 2,000 miles to Seattle to face Russell Wilson and the defending Super Bowl champs, the Seahawks. And the Colts taking the almost 1,000-mile journey to Boston to face 3-time Super Bowl champ Tom Brady and the Patriots. The Colts bringing along their good-luck charm, quarterback Andrew Luck. For fans, today's matchups are serious business. In Patriots and Colts country, it's a wager of political proportions, with each state's governor vowing to send a treat to the big game's winner. A Boston cream pie for Indiana, and pulled pork for Massachusetts, perhaps? And before Sunday, a Seattle suburb saying no to cheese.
It would be fun to make sure that we don't have any cheese products.
And Toppers, a Midwest pizza chain, flying in the face of the cheese ban, rallying at-home support, even tweeting this mock-up mugshot of their driver faking an arrest for attempting to deliver pizza to the deprived citizens of the Evergreen State.
We will get the pizzas to them with the greatest cheese in the country coming out of Wisconsin.
Even the city's skyline and iconic Space Needle are lit to support the Seahawks. The pets are cheering on the Packers, too.
Go Packers! Go,
showing that the competition will be fierce, both on and off the field.
Touchdown! Yay!
It looks like things are getting serious now. That was Sarah Haynes reporting. Still ahead on ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso weekend. A pleasant start to the weekend with above average temperatures here in the borderland and in other parts of the country. We'll take a look coming up. And again, one of the biggest games is only hours away. It'll determine which team goes to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, and fans are getting amped up all across the country. Time now is 8:09. Let's take a live look at traffic this morning. I-10 and Hawkins. I-10 and McRae roads are clear, so if you have any Sunday plans, you're good to go, and you're gonna have it's gonna be a great day in the borderland, right, Dan? Warm temperatures here.
Yeah, that's right. Another warm day today, and tomorrow looks to be even warmer. You don't want to miss the forecast. That's coming up next.
You're watching ABC 7, where news comes first.
You're watching ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso Weekend with Josie Ortegon and Storm Track Weather with Dan Martinez.